Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KKRLA Week 4, Game 4. It is the net ranking number 12 Sokena Producers taking on the net ranking number 14, the Crimson Knights, here at Estadio Vida. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, please tell me how to fix it instead of screaming at me for saying it wrong. Please and thank you. The Crimson Knights come in here with a 1-2 record, and so are the Sokena Producers coming in here with a 1-2 record. You can see that both of these teams are coming in here looking to even out their record to potentially have a comeback somewhere in the season. Currently, right now, we still have the Kena record sitting at the bottom with no wins whatsoever. This has been officially the worst start to a season. Since last season, we had the Kena Gamers go 0-3, I'm pretty sure, and then finally won their 4th game. And then the Kena Records have had the worst start in KKRLA history, going 0-4. So the best that they can realistically do right now is get a 50% win percentage. So they would have to win 4 games straight. If they lose even one, they probably don't have a good shot at getting in the tournament. But that's not what we have to worry about right now until October. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start the first tip, which the first tip will be won by, between these two teams, it will be won by the Sokena Producers as the ball flies over into the Crimson Knights side. At the 4 minutes and 40 seconds mark, you will see me read off the roster for both teams. That was probably one of the longest yawns I've ever had. Sultan puts up a shot, Beast's going to block it, and let's go ahead and read off the roster for both teams. On the Sokena Producers, you have Beast, Scout, Chipper, CHIPPR, and C-Block, C-Block. For the Crimson Knights, you have Bandit, Sultan, SULTAN, Goose, and Slider, SLIDER. And how do you spell the Sokena Producers? SOKENAPRODUCERS. Beast throwing it into the side, hoping for a pass for Chipper. Crimson Knight's going to send it away. Scout going to try to send it into the corner. Slider with a nice save. C-Block trying to put a shot up, saved by Goose, just barely hit in. Chipper puts up a shot, it's going to be hit away. That shot's going to be sent over into the Sokena Producers side, making its way very much near the goal. Slider trying to get lined up with it, accidentally sends it backwards. Maybe for a pass, Bandit puts it up, going to miss off the crossbar. Goose going to throw it back in. And I don't know what Beast was doing, really just standing there, but Goose will score the first goal for the Crimson Knights. .326 left on the clock as now we go into the second tip. Here goes. The Sokena Producers will win the second tip. Sokena Producers looking for a shot. Bandit going to send it away back into the right corner of the Crimson Knight side. Bandit still trying to take charge of that ball. Chipper tried to take control, but Sultan ultimately said, no, I'll take it from you instead. Chipper trying to put this ball up to somebody. Sultan tries to send it away. C-Block lined up. Bandit will block it, but C-Block will get the putback. Assisted by Chipper. Sultan tries to send it away. C-Block sends it up. Bandit blocks it, but C-Block is right there ready for the response. There's now 3:01 left on the clock. It is 1-1 as C-Block scores our first goal for the Sokena Producers. Tied game at even at 1, and the Sokena Producers will win the third tip. C-Block giving the shot to somebody else. No, Chipper couldn't hit it correctly. Scout's getting down there. Beast trying to hit it away from the Sokena Producers side. Chipper trying to send it away. Goose get lined up. Sultan gets lined up. Sultan will hit the shot after C-Block makes the block off of Goose's shot. Crimson Knights now 2-1 as Sultan scores the second goal for the Crimson Knights. The ball moves at 55 kph as it enters the goal. Let's go ahead and look at the fourth tip to see if the Crimson Knights can win their first tip. No, the Sokena producers will win that next tip, the fourth one. Slider accidentally hitting it near the goal. Sokena producers got to look out for that. Chipper throws up a shot, going to hit off the crossbar. C-Block tried to get lined up from it, but Sultan will bump C-Block, which makes him ultimately send the ball the wrong way. Goose will get the ball in the Sokena producer's side. I don't know where Scout was trying to go. Bandit trying to set up the shot for somebody. Beast will send it back away to keep it from entering that red zone. Couldn't really grab my words together. Dang. Ball still sitting up in the air. Sultan going to send it away. C-Block gets perfectly lined up, jumping over Sultan and tying the game 2 even. C-Block now scores the second goal. C-Block perfectly jumping over Sultan and hits that ball before Sultan can even get a touch. 7.7 kph is how fast the ball moves as it enters the goal. And here's the fifth tip with 1 minute and 47 seconds left on the clock. Sokena producers hoping to pull something off. They win the fifth tip. They've won every single tip so far, so it's definitely had them an offensive advantage at the start of every tip. But you really have to play it out if you keep winning these tips. Just going to try to send it away. Chipper sends it away. Don't know why I said a Goose trying to send it away. Said the wrong player name. C-Block throws it off of Goose, almost hitting that shot. Just needed a different angle to look at. Beast trying to line up the shot for somebody. Here comes C-Block to catch it and put it in. C-Block with a hat trick. And C-Block scores the third goal for the Sokena producers to take the lead. The ball moving at 108 kph as it goes into the goal. What is the hat trick? It's where a player scores 3 goals, and that's basically it. It'll get you the hat trick medal. The Crimson Knights will win their first tip of the game, winning the 6th tip, as there's only 1:07 left on the clock at the time of the tip-off. Scout trying to send that ball away. Beast trying to do the same. Slider puts up the shot, and just barely saving it was who I think was Chipper, just barely saving it, assisted by Bandit. Slider will score the third goal for the Crimson Knights, and here is a very tight game going into the 7th tip with 54 seconds left on the clock. Who will win the tip? It'll be the Sokena producers. They definitely need this. Scout tries to put up a shot, but ultimately bumps into his own teammate C-Block by accident. Chipper throws it up in the air, gives it one bounce. Scout's gonna throw it in to take back the lead for the Sokena producers, now making it 4-1. Scout will score his first goal. As you can see, Goose was getting ready to block that Chipper shot that was floating, and Scout redirected it, so Chipper didn't even realize it. 41 seconds left as we go into the 8th tip. It'll be barely won by the Crimson Knights as Chipper throws it in to the Sokena producers' side. Slider will throw it in near the goal. Slider gets a shot on goal, but C-Block will save it. Beast throws up that shot from half court. And oh my gosh, would you look at that? Now 5-3. Sokena producers will take the lead by 2 as Beast scores the 5th goal, assisted by Chipper. Chipper now with the Playmaker badge. What's the Playmaker badge? Well, you get 3 assists to passing to anyone. That's how you get the Playmaker badge. 24 seconds left on the clock as now we see the 9th tip won by the Sokena producers. Sokena producers trying to put on as much offense as they can right now. C-Block gets the ball over Sultan. Crimson Knights really have to play extremely hard if they want any chance at winning this. Beast going to keep it away, and that might just be the end of it. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of it. The Sokena producers will win 5-3 against the Crimson Knights. Sokena producers evening out their record, and the Crimson Knights taking now their record being 1-3. C-Block is your MVP with 513 score, 3 goals, 0 assists, 2 saves, and 4 shots. Followed along by Beast with 286 score, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save, and 1 shot. All ones across the board. Followed along by Chipper with 265 score, 0 goals, 3 assists, 0 saves, and 3 shots. Followed along by Scout with 160 score, 1 goal, 0 assists, 0 saves, and 1 shot. Let's go ahead and move on to the after-game talk. Well, in that game, as you see, as it went on, the sides definitely changed. Let's go ahead and get the offensive and defensive talks out of the way. At the start of the game, it seems like the Sokena Producers offense was a tiny bit disconnected, but as the game went on, they got more active in the game, passing the ball a bit more, getting the ball more in play, and putting up some nice shots. Their defense, on the other hand, started off a bit slow, as I will say, and then really picked up the pace, trying to keep the Crimson Knights away from any shots, critical game-changing shots. The Crimson Knights offense started off very well and kept on playing well throughout the game, just couldn't really get past the Sokena Producers defense / offense. And then the Crimson Knights defense kind of just broke down a tiny bit near the end, kind of letting a goal or two slip through without anyone really being there to stop the attempt. Well, 5-3 is your final score here, as the Sokena Producers will win at home at Estadio Vida against the Crimson Knights. And I hope to see you, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, where we are going to have 2 games. Woo! Where we'll see the Kena Gamers take on the Dafts and the Cuckoos of Shea take on the Crusaders. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow is never promised, so I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.